Hello everyone, my name is Jane Amuta. I'm the CEO of Fit Gym Salons and Spa. I'll be coaching the ladies on their road to a size 10. And for that to happen, you have to stay focused and no pain, no gain. Be determined, be consistent, and remember that it's about fun, so have fun. Come on ladies, are you ready?
We must reach size 10 in Jesus' name.
Amen. I support you.
Welcome back. Now, today's topic, investing in a relationship, is time, energy, or matter spent in hope of future benefits. According to a quote, never invest on someone if you are not ready to face the consequences. We have all heard stories of extensive favors and gifts leading to unrequited love. Stories of women who bestowed every concern and nicety only to be left alone by an ungrateful partner. Or stories of men who spent expensively on their partner only to be told, let's just be friends, or left heartbroken at the end. Now, so we ask, how profitable or how beneficial it is to invest in a partner. Joining us on the show to talk about is an ex-beauty queen, an actress, Omasan Buwa. Welcome to the show. How have you been?
I've been
I was seeing you. Not seeing you. Was last year you were here, right?
if not like 2 years
2 years
ago
ago.
or so. Time flies.
Yes. How's everything?
When the
fine?
show first started, I remember. It
Yeah.
just started.
Yes, and everybody's looking as young as ever.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
well,
looking
about
great.
thank you. You said everything already now. In as much as I would like us all to have a very deep conversation.
Yeah, but you see, let me start with a bit of an intro, because there are two arguments. We can't always assume it's a bad thing to invest in people. There are people who invested in men, and the truth is that they've been able to reap that benefit. I know quite a number of women who went through that process. They struggled with their husbands in the beginning because people say, struggle with him. Sometimes it's beneficial, sometimes it's not, but there are some cases where it's paid off, where 20 years down the line, the men love them more, appreciate them more, and say, you know what, you stood by me when I had nothing.
You started with me.
You started with me, but it's not all a bad case. But I know some of us have bad experiences on that matter. Yes, Tope.
I feel that when you go into a relationship, what are you trying to achieve? When you define what you're going to a relationship for, even if it's just a friendship, even if it might not end up in you being partners for life or anything, any friend you have, you must bring something valuable to the table.
Yep.
You must be adding value to the life of that person. So yes, you are investing. I'm investing in every friend of mine's life. Every friend. I think, I know Jumoke is into events, and I'm thinking, you are planning an event. Let me give you this. I might not necessarily have to give you cash. And if I have the cash, I give you. Relationships are built on partnership, the mutual benefiting each other. If you're not adding to my life, you're taking from my life. So I wouldn't want to be around somebody that is thinking that, oh, this person is going to take away from me. I have people that I have friends that I had dated at the time and that I invested in their life, and I call them up right now, and I know that if I call you up, till date, they would not, relationship-wise, I'm mentioning relationship.
Okay.
If I call them up now, they would remember the good things I've done for them. And the ones I've called, they never disappointed me when I called them up, because I have invested in them. They can't write their history without mentioning my name, because I was positive in their life.
And there's investment. There's some investments where you come from a wealthy family or a comfortable home, and you meet a guy, and because of the 4-letter word, L-O-V-E, I mean love, you now say, oh, you know what, you're coming from a humble background, let me help you, pay this, pay that. And you give everything, you have all your pocket money, you're helping this guy. Suddenly, he gets education, somehow he goes abroad, and now he's...
All of a sudden, you're not good enough.
Yes.
All of a sudden, you're too fat.
Yes.
May I jump in to say that every relationship that I've been in, I can count them on the, on one hand, I've invested in every way, because I'm not going to hold back. Regardless, I won't go into a relationship if I already know that I don't want to be with you. So if I go into a relationship with you, I will give everything that I have. Now, I'm not thinking of you paying me back. It's service. Because I love God, I serve God, I serve humanity. If you are with me, you will benefit from that service. So if you're
Service
not...
to the nation.
Service to God and humanity. Now, if you're not if the relationship eventually doesn't work out, I'm not even expecting that if I call you in future, I'm going to call back favors. I'm just hoping that the emotional bank that I have deposited in with God, whenever it is time to withdraw from it with my future partner, then I will have something to withdraw from, because I've been good. Good alone will come back to me.
Can I just add to what you're saying?
Go ahead.
Because you mentioned something very important, the emotional support, financial support and all that, All of us here as women, I take it that it's just a natural thing within us to help support, your partner. Now, what I think I have a problem with these days is that men, it's like the tables have turned. And they just take it for granted these days that we have strong women who are more independent, successful, more educated. In a lot of homes, even whereby the man is the a millionaire, so to speak, the lady is still paying the school fees and just covering up.
Will she collect her money back?
For her, well, there are sometimes, most times the men are promised, now pay it now, I will give you back. Okay. And more often than not, a woman will raise the kids, a woman will, so that's what I have a problem with. I don't know.
I don't support. I've said it on this thing. I've said it here. The man's responsibility is rent, school fees, my bills. If you now need help, I can support. But it's not that you abdicate your duty. There must be a clear cut line.
You can't say that.
Because
There must
with
be a
all
clear
due
cut
respect,
line.
let me
You
just,
can't say
if
that,
the
Tope.
man can't afford,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
man
If
can't
you need
afford.
help,
Exactly.
I would support. My job as a woman is to support the man. It is not to become the man. The man has his job to do. In relationships, if I'm going out on a date, when I was dating, I would have my money. Vex money, I must carry out. And I will not eat more than my vex money. So even as I am there and you say, oh, eat the chicken, I'll be like, no, don't worry, let me just take one meat. Because I know that if you decide not to pay, I have my vex money and I cannot afford chicken. It's meat I can afford to pay. So yes, I respect myself in the relationship. But at every point in time, I have my backup plan. Not because I'm thinking it will not work out, but because we've seen so many things go wrong.
So, but it's very important also to add that, yes, let's not make it look as if, oh, your husband has to be the one to do everything. It's key. That's your own, which is fine. But you see, the best case scenario is where you have a man that does the responsibilities of paying school fees, pay rent, X, Y, Z. But in the reality of life does happen where the man can do X, Y, Z. Now, it is key, however, for the woman to let the man know, okay, I can help you at this period, but it is your responsibility. So the moment things are turning around, be ready to take it back, because I am not going to be wearing your own shoes. So, but you see, at the point, but there's sometimes that when the woman makes that sacrifice, at the time the man comes around, he's coming around to something else. Not to his own responsibilities at home, but he's going outside. Saying, now I am a boy, now I am a fine boy, I now have clothes, I can go to London, I can go to Rome, I can have breakfast in
After
Germany.
you have cleaned him up.
So it's totally neglected. So how do we, let's talk about solutions too. How do we prevent that from happening to women? How do we prevent women from making that kind of mistake?
Because there's this story I know of this girl who has stayed with this guy for quite a while, for a number of years, and now he's all right. He's now driving. And she can't get pregnant. He's gone and gotten a young girl pregnant. You know. So there is, and in that kind of situation, what would you do? Because because if you can't give the man a child, the man must have a child now. Would you accept for him to go and get a younger girl?
You can adopt. I mean, nowadays there's no situation whereby you cannot become pregnant.
If they've tried all that and it didn't work out. You see, the thing, there's a school of thought I have that good things happen. In recent time, and it just dawned on me that good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to really, really good people that you'll be like, this person doesn't deserve this. So yes, there's some exceptions to the rule. But in most cases, as men stand by their partners, and when they don't stand by the partner, the woman should be smart enough to understand when it's time to move on.
When is the time? I think that was what Morayo was asking. When do you know?
I learned actually that people fall in love when they give you things. They call it the costs, the sunk costs. Meaning that the more I give you, I have a good feeling towards you. So women should learn to accept things from men. If you can buy it yourself, allow him to do it. Men have their ego, the way God made them. They're supposed to be the providers and the protectors. So your car has a fault, you can fix it yourself. Let him offer, let him do it. He has a good feeling towards you. Now, over time, this good feeling becomes commitment of some sort, that he's doing the role that God made him to do.
You are saying in best case, there are some men who have jack.
They
Who have
don't.
shishi.
What
And
are you
boss,
saying?
There
They're
are some men,
these
I have
days.
dated two now. I have history. They don't have shishi.
They don't. I'm telling you.
They don't even know where to start.
And they don't have any hope.
Let me tell you my own history is that, you know, when you live outside the country, you see is a leveler.
Yes.
You just think everybody, so you come back, you can date a get man, you can date it, because just like we are all
Human beings.
So when I came to Nigeria, I was being my mother was seeing me, seeing just hanging around. I was like, hey, Morayo, here there's level
class.
I dated everybody.
Okay.
No, okay, God, that didn't come out. That didn't come out. What I meant was that I dated all different kinds of people. In saying that I want to love, I don't want to choose a certain level, you know. And I realized that when I did that, they will love you so much because you have education, you have a good job, you have an official car, and you're grounded. They want to just love you. But I realized that there is no way they're going. They're not going anywhere. So if I was foolish enough to continue that relationship, after I had invested, there's a possibility that he will now find himself and say, you know what, Morayo, you are size 18.
You are too fat.
You are very fat. After this twins, you know what? Let me go and look for a size 10.
Even if he doesn't look for a size 10, a size 10 will look for him because you have cleaned him up. Now, women like better thing now, which is what happens. You have cut the afro on his hair, he's now skin, he has on a nice watch, filled up all the bones, he's wearing nice shoes. Now, ladies are checking him out. This guy isn't bad looking.
So is it better to keep him like a...
No. I think that there's a message my pastor preached a few months ago about growing with your partner. You need to understand when your partner is growing and you must not be lacking behind, because if you are actual friends with your partner at every point in time, you are bonded with that partner. You will sense everything wrong. You won't be lower than him. You won't be. If you're close to him, you know he's already saying that you are big. He's looking at that slim chick, or something is wrong. Maybe he's liking one hairstyle as opposed to the one you have on. You must grow and sense it. Just the same way I am sensing. I'm telling my husband, oh, this one pack is not interesting. You have to reduce this your one pack to like 6 pack.
Let me give another scenario.
I want to also give another scenario when you're
doing
this one.
The man sees that you say the man sees that you're the kind of person you say chicken and chips. You have line on your face, but all that he overlooks it because you're the daughter of Dangote, you are the XYZ. So all that chicken and chips, all that skinny cup, he overlooks it.
Then you should grow.
Suddenly, he now becomes wealthy.
Yes.
You know, like, that's chicken and chips. It's a part of you. I don't like girls that say chicken and chips. I want somebody that says, you know. Then he says, oh, this line, I can't handle that. I want somebody that has very smooth skin. Then he starts seeing the faults that he didn't see before. These are realities of life.
Yeah, so, but like I said, you grow.
How would you grow?
Why would you keep on saying chicken? Of which you upgrade yourself. How do you do that? You can do it. Skin grafting. You can do something.
That is not even the issue. Because there is another scenario.
I'll take your scenario. Let me take this call from Kayode. Kayode, are you there?
I'm there.
Please go ahead.
How are you this morning?
We are very well, you can tell.
Thank you. Based on your discussion over there, it's not supposed to be like you people are saying it. It should be between 70 and 30. Marriage is an investment on its own. It's a contract. So it should be between 70 and 30. That's why I'm discussing to my wife right now. Because it was like everything be put all the body on the mind alone. It's not going that way. Though we are the man of the house, we are the protector, for man protect most, but we do our right as we're supposed to do it. But it should be between 30 and 70. That's all my friends, that's what they are into. It's 70-30, school fees, house rent, all the bills. It's 70-30. There's something that I can really do as a man. Without your wife asking.
Okay.
So that is my contribution.
Thank you, Kayode.
He has defined percentage.
The woman 30.
Fair enough.
There is another scenario where a woman meets a younger man and she likes the younger man, and then she now starts to look after him. And she looks after him, she brings him up to a certain level, and then that's when he now looks at it. This woman is old. And then he now starts following
A younger girl.
a younger girl.
YK.
In that kind of situation.
YK.
It's a go on.
I was going to say that as an older lady dating a younger guy, I'm thinking that you'll always have it behind your head that there's a possibility of this. So you are not
Yes.
caught unawares. You are living in the now, you know.
Okay,
You
let me take
just
this
said,
call.
she said
Let
it.
me take this
Okay.
call. Emmanuel, are you there? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel from Legbeda.
Yes, go ahead, Emmanuel.
Yeah, you people are biased, though. You are looking at the woman's side, you are not even looking at the men's side.
Give us the men's side now.
Actually, Tope said something that when a man will now go outside because of one thing or the other. One thing I want to point out is that when you are with someone, one thing men do is that they will tell you one way or the other.
What they want.
Is you ladies neglect it. That's the primary issue.
True.
They will tell you, and I like this hairstyle this person is doing. No, well, that's one thing. They want to see you it on you, but you will neglect it. They are like, maybe it's hospital or something. That but he likes it and he wants to see it on you. If you do it, trust me, he will one way or the other appreciate you. He will say thank you.
Emmanuel.
I'm like,
Emmanuel,
you are
wait,
looking
please.
good today. Wow, I like this.
All right, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, there are some men. I know of some men that will tell their partner to bleach because I like yellow girls. In that kind of situation, is it good? Is he there? Oh, he's gone.
That's a but.
I was also going to ask him that why can't the men just be
Say
vocal
it.
and just say it?
I think
Why
we're
must you
different.
give me hints? I don't understand the
We're
hints.
different, but there's something else that just came into my mind, and you know, because we've been talking about investing, paying back. Now, I mentioned this one about Ibuku Awushika. No, would a man in his right senses, what would you do with Ibuku Awushika? You will cherish her. She's finding, like what Morayo is always saying, finding purpose, doing what she's supposed to do, achieving maximum success, becoming the chairman of First Bank. Dora Akunyili was a major face. She had a husband, and her husband was always there.
What happened to Ngozi
Ngozi
Okonjo-Iweala?
as a husband, always
What
there.
happened? Oh, you didn't hear the
their
story?
duties.
I didn't hear this.
That your husband.
I have this call. Good
What
morning.
was
Are
the
you
story?
there?
I didn't hear it.
Hello?
I didn't hear you. We can't confirm. You don't mind, Jumoke.
Hello. Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, Wakil.
Yeah, fine. You people are biased, as the last caller rightly said. You see, Morayo, I want to throw line with Jumoke this morning. She said something earlier, that if you are in first, whether you are a man or you are a woman, in first because of God. Because if you are in first, because you are expecting return, what about if the person turn you down? So you feel like say you are a victim of that situation. Let me tell you a scenario, because that's why I say you are biased. I have a friend, you understand? And then he brought a lady up. He sent her to school to extend of our institution. And then when this lady passed out, and then she now come to realize that the guy is not worth to be a man. She understand? And then the guy went to me, and then he had some advice. Even to the extent he want to do jazz. I sat him down. I said, see, what you do is that just leave this lady for God Almighty Allah. If you want to fight it by yourself, you cannot fight it the way God will fight it for you. As I'm talking to you today, the lady is over 38 years. Is not yet married. Are you getting it now? So do everything for God. And then today the guy married another graduate. And then today he's doing well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Because of
Take a
something
few
very
Let's take a few
important.
seconds.
Pearl says, if your husband doesn't have a means of income, are you ladies saying your husband won't eat and your kids won't go to school? Atomi Dele says, for me, it's both ways for men and women. Investment should be done with utmost carefulness. Jumi Wiley says, if you know man who is not responsible, you shouldn't generalize. Responsible men more than irresponsible.
You know, something like that I was told in the past was that look at relationships almost like a business.
Yes.
Because
Really?
the truth is that, look at it this way. If you invest in selling water today and the water collapses, you try orange juice, you try another business, you try hair making, you try makeup, XYZ. Until you find that one, a lot of people do that. The same thing, if you invest in this man and you feel that it's not doing well, drop it. But don't look at it that, oh, I've lost. Find something else. Life goes on. People, because I think the crux of this is that people hang on to that old experience.
Failure.
Old failure and say, you know what, I'm not going to invest in any other man. No man is going to do that. I'm not going to get in.
Well,
And you know
past
what, you might meet a
experiences.
man who comes from a good home that just needs a push.
Morayo,
That-
well,
okay,
you
so-
have-
let me
go
let her
ahead,
just
go
sort
ahead.
It was that push, and like you said, if you date a younger man, or I mean, I've been guilty as
You dated a younger man before?
yes.
Oh. How does
She likes you.
Yes, but when you're tushing him, I wouldn't say tush him, of course. We're all ladies of a certain age, certain experiences in life. You have to, that is what you can bring to the table, dating a younger guy. He's not necessarily looking for whatever money you have. He's looking for that experience. You understand? And on the other hand, most women that I know.
I want to hear how that went end up, but let me take this call from Wale first. Wale, are you there?
Yes, please.
Good morning, please go ahead.
Good morning. Yes,
Good morning.
I'm a fan of your program.
Thank you.
I really appreciate what you ladies are doing.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm a fan of Jumoke with my wife and all my children. But I really want to tell you ladies that this discussion of today is both ways.
Yes.
I've invested in a woman before, and at the end of the day, she dumped me. But today I have a wonderful marriage with my children who are all graduates. And every time she looks at me, she sees that this man has invested in me, that I am the one that lost. So it's both ways.
Both ways. Thank you so much.
Women and men.
You're right.
But
You're
one
right.
thing I will say
Yeah.
is that you must always pray before you do any investment.
Standard. Thank you so
That-
much.
That is
You're
so
talk-
true. Sorry, just before. That is so true because I know of a lot of men who have invested in women and the women leave them for maybe a more
Pay
affluent
school
man
fees,
or
all that stuff.
the woman will even leave him and she will go, she's going for a better man or what she thinks is a better man and this one would have spent all his money on her. So he's right. It really goes both ways.
Okay, I stopped you
Oh, you
earlier.
forgot what you were saying.
No, you were asking.
Our
a
producer told us the
question.
same
Okay.
story, actually, of how her husband invested in a lady and she left him. He was heartbroken. In fact, when she started dating her husband now, the family, they were like, are we sure that this one too will not do the same thing? But today, after 2 kids, the lady that dumped her husband is still single.
Let me
Lord,
take
karma.
Fumbi. Fumbi from Isolo, are you there?
Hello?
Fumbi, go ahead, please.
Yes, I actually want to make some contribution. Basically, I live in the UK, right? And over there is a lot different, in terms of sharing the responsibilities and stuff. I think you can't expect the man to pay all the bills, pay the house rent, pay the insurance in the car, pay the bills, the gas, the phone bill, the transport and everything for the children and him and the wife not doing anything. I think it's just a little bit biased to say, the man has to do everything and then the woman doesn't have to do that.
In the UK,
I think
only
over
man
there
can-
we sort
No,
of
that
split
can't
it,
work.
50-50 to be honest.
Okay. all right.
50-50, that's in the UK. Somebody said on Twitter, Akim Amao says, you have cleaned him up, in quotes, is a statement that would affect a man's ego. To retain your man, you have to be his friend. So let's not say that he cleaned him up. You were telling us your story.
But most times, I mean, it's
cleaning
clean
him
up. Exactly. Let's call it
You notice the shoes and the belt, and you notice the haircut, and
you know.
Them shoes have walked down the whole street of Lagos.
Yes.
You're
And
cleaning
that's,
them up.
yeah, and it's in love. No, it's not egotistical, not to down his ego, but rather to boost his ego. But what happens is that the ego is now sometimes over boosted, and but it's a 50-50 thing.
Okay, Jumoke from... Good morning, Jumoke, are you there? From Iju, go ahead,
Good
please.
morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jumoke from Iju.
Hey.
Good morning.
I'm a first-time caller. I'm happy seeing you ladies, and I always pray for you people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I pray God sustain your marriage.
Amen.
I've been married for going to 40 years now.
Wow.
It's just a case of patching up, managing up, not wanting to quit one's marriage. But this issue you are treating almost get my marriage into nonsense.
Okay.
But I thank God. I stood firm on my feet and I'm able to tell stories today. The man in question that I'm married to left home for another woman. This has been the habit all along in our marriage. They thank God for the family I belong to. They will say, stay there, stay there. Today, I live in my own very house with this same man and my kids. And the lady in question, the man invested on her and she went away with Jeep. And me, that resides in the house, have no bicycle. But I thank God, all my children, they are well pleased.
Thank God.
I'm praying for the 2 boys left to get tangible jobs to do. The 2 ladies have been married out. Please pray fervently. There's nothing you do for all these men. They are known out there for what they are known to be. That will not be your portion in Jesus' name. When you are a namesake of my first daughter, Jumoke, that's my name. I pray for every one of you. Yanni, God be with you. And
Thank you,
daughter,
ma.
wherever
Thank you so much.
she is.
Thank you so much, ma. You see,
Thank you, ma.
that story is like a lot of stories of our mothers. The sacrifices they make. She said, she started with 40 years and we're celebrating, but the truth is that 40 years is not just
It wasn't
but
a
it's
happy
tough-
marriage.
Yes,
It doesn't,
a tough
yes.
period where he left for somebody else. Let's go and buy the person SUV. She, the
Doesn't
mother,
have a
doesn't have a bicycle
Yeah.
in the house.
You see?
And they're still together in our own house right now.
Oh, the man
That's
came back.
love,
Yes.
Yes.
No, but the girl has not
back.
left. The girl has
The
not
girl has
left.
left with the money.
With the,
And they're
And the
still
man has
together
come back
in
to the
her
house.
In
And she
her
has
own
taken the man.
Yes.
Because of her family. Her family kept on saying she should go back to the marriage, go back to the marriage. And I think that's the story of most successful marriages, actually. It's not a bed of roses with all soft
They're just-
petals.
I have another couple
Boa,
of just
Shiri.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Yeah, praise be to God. I'm so happy talking to you guys this morning. I've been trying your line for the past 1 year now.
Wow. Welcome to the show.
Like, seriously.
are you a first-time caller?
I don't know. I just don't know how to go along the story. I would love to contribute to this program. I'm talking about relationship. I wish I could have enough time that I could explain, because I've been into a lot of relationship and I've seen the good and the bad side of it. I could use my elder brother as a point of contact. He had a relationship for like 5 years. He sent the girl to secondary school and university. And if I should tell you up to date, they are no more together. They are no more together, And I have a lot of my own experiences that I would love to explain, but it's not something I can see on air. But I give glory to God that presently I know I'm still single. But I know with time I will get a normal relationship that I have to.
Thank you so much, James. I want to pick on that because I know a lot of men, maybe that live abroad and go back to Nigeria, bring a lady, expose her, bring her to the US or bring her to the UK, send her to school, expose her, thinking you're bringing her from the village, thinking you're bringing somebody, one Sikira, I know the village. Sikira now enters London. I know one man. This is London.
Where I have rights.
No. I have to say this story. I have to say this story. The man goes. She is Sikira, the man is Bashiru. Both of them bush like themselves. He now carried her to America. By the time her eye opened, her eye cleared. When she was leaving him, I want half. Oh. He say, and he speaks. Ọmọ tí mo gbé láti kìíní Ọlọ́run fẹ́ half property is now busy hiding property.
But okay, there's a call.
But I think Victory. Good, Victory, are you there?
Yeah, good morning, Morayo.
Good morning, please go ahead.
Good morning to everyone in the studio.
Good morning.
Basically, I think this thing is both sides. You understand?
No, we don't see it.
Because we know marriage is a contract. So, and everything surrounding nature is a risk. Whether you like it or not, you have to take the both steps. But the reality is this: there must be sincerity. If there is sincerity, then every other thing will fall into place. But if the relationship is not built on a very solid foundation, which is the trust, well, I would rather call it belief, because we trust God Almighty, but we believe humanity. God is a spirit, so definitely God will not disappoint. But human beings are bound to disappoint at any time. You might invest every heaven and earth on someone, and at the end of the day, it will dump you.
All right.
And it's both sides. You understand?
Thank you so much, Victory. I want us to
Thank
go
you.
to
God
like the
bless.
solution part, because I don't want to just talk about it and gist about it.
Okay.
What exactly, how do we ensure young women either don't get trapped into this, or even if they find themselves in that position, how do they deal with it? Who wants to go with this?
There's nothing.
Let me let our guests go first, Waiki, then come.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, the solution to it is, first of all, look at the circumstances. The apple never falls too far from the tree. It's very, leopards know they change in spots. You understand? Because if you look at the scenario of most people that have been, well, given a better standard, a lot of them are just takers. But I say for young women, always go within, like you said, your class range. In that circumstance, the other person is not just there to take advantage of you.
So you think people should date according to their class?
Yes.
That's what you feel?
Yes,
People may not agree with
so.
you, though, but let me take Adelaja's call. Dr. Adelaja, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good morning, my sisters.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You all. I really want to tell you that I enjoy the program. And concerning this issue, it's a two-way traffic. It's a two-way traffic. Number one, you can invest on a woman, and the woman at the end of the day will do you good. You can invest on a man, and the man at the end of the day will do you good.
Yes.
But what I think should be done is both parties should trust each other. The man should relate with the woman with the mind of doing good, and the woman should also relate with the man with the mind of doing good. If both of them have good mind to each other, there will be no hurt, there will be no heartbreaks.
All right.
So this is all I have to say.
Fantastic.
God
Thank you,
bless
Dr.
all.
Adelaja.
Thank you very
Now,
much.
the issue she raised concerning marrying your class, do you agree?
I want to agree a little because most of the stories that we heard of people coming, to pick someone from the village is because you're picking someone from the village. If you pick someone that is already exposed, this village girl seems humble because she has never seen all of these good things. She gets over there where she has freedom and she owns the home. She will go haywire. But if you're picking a lady from the city,
that was his class. He too was a village boy.
Oh, before he
but
went-
no.
Both of them were village.
Let me give an example. My husband was born and raised in Ife. So for me, I was a Lagos girl. It's like I would never date a Lagos girl because he feels that a Lagos girl is just out there. So a lot of people have that fear of, I don't want that overexposed. But he was surprised that I'm a very good homely girl.
In terms of solution,
Yes,
you can't wish away the place of prayer.
Yes.
And before you, even as you have a good heart and you desire, like I said, good things, bad things happen to good people, you should be prepared that he's a man. Men will disappoint you. The only person that cannot disappoint you is God. So be prepared that if it goes wrong, be ready to move on. Do not abandon your life and your aspiration.
You mean man?
As a man, human being, not man, male, female,
Not gender.
it's not gender specifically, sorry, not gender. If that man disappoints you or that woman disappoints you, please note that they are just playing out their manly or womanly parts, humanly parts, and then you be ready to move on and focus on God, do your good, keep doing your good. It will always work out for your favor.
Let me take care in this call, my last call. Kehinde, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Morning, please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
Good
Thank God I'm on.
Good morning.
Okay, I want to say just a contribution. I believe a relationship, a marriage should be 50-50. Man should contribute 50, women, most especially in these days where women clamor for gender equality. I want to believe as much as we say gender equality should be, on, responsibilities also should be 50-50. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Now,
Because I was going to say, you see, the only thing that is constant in life is change. So whether you like it or not, you can invest. You see, money to me is not anything in investing in it. It's your time, actually. The real investment is the time. So just know that, and you just pray that whatever you've invested in, your time, not your money, because to me, money is a gift. If money is a gift from God, So if God answers your prayer and you've invested your time in that person and it goes forward, fine. If it doesn't, just go. I think, and I don't think anybody, if someone breaks your heart today, because when I was younger and my heart was broken, I said I would be mean, and I became a very mean woman. You come my way, I break my heart. Okay. But that's not the solution. That is not the solution. It's just
I think
be an
also
open-hearted
what helped
person.
me was, which was what Tope said, what helped me very greatly was really prayers. A lot of women underestimate the power of prayers. Yes, somebody hurts you. It happens. Such is life. But you see, so you don't have that kind of mistake again, you go on your knees and pray. I sat down and I asked God. In fact, I practically wrote a list. God, this is what I want. And I prayed on that list. And tell you, I'm not even kidding you. Everything I asked for on that list, God gave me in a husband. The only thing I was missing was the complexion.
Okay.
Everything. I told him where I wanted him to be born, where I wanted the kind of family I wanted him to be. Everything I said, and I wrote it, listed it. And so tomorrow I'm asking God, like, why didn't you make him dark? Why did he come in the yellow
You didn't put it on your list.
I wanted TDH, but then he gave me white square. But bottom line is that...
What's TDH?
Tall, dark, and handsome. I got tall, light, and handsome.
So it's S.
TLH.
Tall, light, and handsome.
Oh my God! Please, I know a lot of people misconception concerning money and all that. Really, as I say, a man is a man. We now climb. Maybe if I was born in the US or born in the UK and all that, I probably would think differently. But I've seen a lot of men abdicate duties, and I've seen a lot of women become everything in the house, which is why I actually considerably prayed concerning this. I've said it here that I married a potential, and I'm thanking God for all the steps for how God is taking him and making us grow. So yes, I understand the place where a woman would pay the rent or pay the school fees. I understand that. I've been there, and I've seen my parents go through that same thing, and I do not want it. I want the man to take responsibility. When it cannot, I would totally step in and support 110%. But it is a man's
not being oblivious to the fact that it is his responsibility.
And I will keep on praying for him to take care.
We have a few seconds left. I like our guests to have the final
I'm not a woman's liberal. I want my man to look after
yes,
me.
So do I. That's
Yes.
But I've not been that lucky recently, and I know a lot of women, who.
So you're not in a relationship right now?
No, I'm not. I'm doing everything.
Even your younger guy.
Where's your camera?
Investing your younger guy.
He's not there.
Wait, now let's not talk everything on
Someone. Okay, but I'm glad. Thanks for being here.
Okay,
We'll bring you back. We will have another gist on this.
Yes, please. I like that.
All right, don't forget, we're still on our road to size 10. For those of you that want to join us, I think this Saturday we're still going to meet. I'll let you know where we're going to meet this Saturday. But the idea is that make sure you go to the gym, eat healthy, take a lot of fruits, eat your vegetables, your salad, and eat moi moi. What else are we eating? Pepper. Goat meat is not bad, right?
Yeah.
Goat meat is good for you.
When you fail, you must confess. Like when you ate groundnut this morning.
No, not in a batch. This quantity. I only had a little bit. That was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Small portions. Small portion is fine.
And that fruit that you are eating.
It is dry.
Small portion.
Why? I'm not cheated yet. I'm not. They brought me chocolate yesterday. I returned it.
I saw Uwa eating rice.
That's all we can take. No, you took her to the shrine and you gave her rice to eat. All right, God bless you. Bye-bye. I didn't give her. I gave her some.